What's up, everybody? It's SuperSmallchibiwolf here, and today I'm going to be doing a video on School Life vs. Watamote. Two animes I've reviewed and enjoyed watching here and there. Watamote is the here and there. I reviewed both. Yeah, Watamote. And so the reason I've compared the two is because these two, to be honest, it has similarities. And I was thinking, to myself, I was like, let me compare the two because I originally wanted to do this on another time, but then I was like, that was before I watched School Live though. But then I was like, you know what? I'm going to rewatch Watamote after I watched School Live, but then other stuff happened. So yeah, now I'm doing the video. So yeah, in my opinion, both animes have their own protagonists that make it stuff interesting. Here on one side, for example, School Life, for example, you have Yuki. Yuki is, she's a cool, nice-hearted person, more lovable than Tomoko, in my opinion. She suffers from PTSD and psychosis, and it was around that, the anime. And it makes it interesting. It makes it interesting moments and fun, and she really brought the heart to, the episodes. Well, here on the other side, you have Tomoko that suffers from social anxiety. Now, she brings more of the interesting parts, I would say, of Watamote, because here you have a girl, because let's be honest, usually anime, you have the protagonist happy, yeah, I'm the hero of everything, whatever, but Tomoko, she brings a different light. I'm not saying she's the best anime character, by the way, or character of anything, but she's an interesting one. And this is why, because she takes her mental disorder, which is social anxiety, and tries to work around it, and that's what kept me interested and kept me coming back for the next episode. Because, why this is an anime that's different. Okay, this is how I see it. It's different. It's bringing something unique to the table, and yeah, for me it's different. Maybe there's like hundreds of animes like this, like Tomoko, but for me personally, this is the one I know. This is the one, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's how I feel about it. And yeah, man, in my opinion, who did it better is Yuki. They did it in a way that's interesting and fun, while Tomoko kept it a little bit more serious. But yeah, show like, yo, this is a young girl, teenage that's going through life, and in a way, I find it interesting both of them, but I kind of I like Tomoko's in the way of, yo, what's going to happen next, while Yuki's more like, oh, I'm interested in this character, you know what I mean? So it's comparing. So for me, it's like, uh, Yuki is like, oh, cool. Well, Tomoko is cool in a different way. So that's how I would say both of them. But if I was going to pick one or the other, I would say in this way, because even though both of them are pretty nice, in my opinion, ah, man, I would say Yuki had a little bit interesting more, a little bit more, because everyone else is in this zombie nightmaric reality. Well, Yuki is living this fantasy delusion. So yeah, and then well, yeah, Tomogo, it does have some good moments, but I think Yuki as a character was a little bit more interesting. So for number one, I'd say is Tomoko. So next one, man, characters like backup characters. So besides Tomoko, she has her brother, which was man, it was okay, whatever. Her mom, yeah, her mom. To be honest, man, I kind of liked her mom better than her brother because her brother was man, he just looked like a regular stuck up character, you know. And then her friend, like I said, man, Yu-chan was nice. That's her friend, by the way. But Megumi, I enjoyed more, man. I think she should have had more into the show, you know. Now, School Life has 5 main characters, Yuki and her 6 friends. No, she has, isn't, nah, man, because the dog, yeah. So, it's 5 of them, and then her dog. In my opinion, what was the names? So I thought I would remember the names, but no. Man, my camera fell when I put pause. But no. So I would say it's yeah, because okay, there's Yuki and the other characters. I would say because one of them, again, she has like this, she has mental disorder. She sees stuff that other people don't. So her teacher, for example, I wouldn't count as a character because well, I just put it in just to fill it all in. You know what I mean? So it's Yuki, her friends, and then the ghost-like teacher because Yuki's the one that sees her. Well, and later on, she's revealed as well. She's passed away. You know. So the dog and the teacher, maybe you count it, maybe you don't. You know, take it or leave it. It's one of those things. So that's why I would say let's just say five in the dog, five main characters, and the dog. You know, you know, kind of feel. I feel because I talked about this with someone, and someone told me, "Well, if it's a ghost, it doesn't count as a character, dude." Well, other people said, "Of course you count it, man. It's even though it's a ghost, it's still it's more like a take it or leave it." Moving on from that. In my opinion, when I'm going to compare the characters, I see Watamote having the characters more as a not so much revealing. Like they didn't have that much of a good, something that made them memorable or likable. While school life characters were more like, look, these are characters. They have their own thing. They chill. You got, what was her name? Yuki. She's the chill one. You have this other girl. Shit, I forgot her name. Who was the one with the tan hair color? Yeah, she's more like the quiet one of the group. You got here and there. A little bit of mixture. Everyone, I would say, when it comes down to it, school life has characters with different personalities, while Watamote has characters with somewhat the same personality. If you, because relate, and in my opinion, Watamote does have Yuchan, which is more lovable than Tomoko herself. But when you compare on both of the characters, all, I would say school life has more to offer for those who, say, if you have a group of friends watching this, school life anime. Someone would like Tomoko. Someone would like Yuki. Someone would like whatever her name is. You know what I mean? I don't remember names, by the way. But yeah, man, me personally, Yuki and the purple haired girl are the most fun of the group. Okay, one is badass, one is the just like sees the world in a different way. And that's my reasons of liking those two the most. And then the other ones were more like supporting characters. They were okay. Don't get me wrong, they were good characters, but that's how I see it. So in this one, I would say character wise, I would say, school life, man. It just had a little bit more to offer. It was just a little bit more out of all, plot wise. In my opinion, I gave this school life. Because Tomoko is more like, okay, this is a female named Tomoko. And this anime is going to be based around her and how she lives her life. She's in school. She's has a brother. She's trying to make some friends, trying to socialize more, but she has difficulties with that. So that's the plot of Watamote, and all in one, right? Now, for school life, it's more interesting, in my opinion. Now, listen to this. A female who suffers from PTSD, psychosis, that's the main character, Yuki, right? And then she has these friends who has their own coolness thing, own thing that is likable about them, you know. And not only that, Yuki sees the world differently. Yuki sees it as a fantasy, lovable, cheerful place, you know, due to her, mental illness. While in reality, her friends know reality. They don't have the illness she does. So for them, they see it as, oh, this is a zombie apocalypse. We need to stay alive. Yuki's a nice friend, so we trying to keep it more like low. Let's not try to put it all on her. You know what I mean? And yeah, basically that it is. And in my opinion, And they do other stuff. Both of them, Watamote, I would say they try to do a little bit more with it, but School Life, they had like the what was it, uh, Water Fight or something like that. It's been a while since I watched School Life. I'm planning to watch it after my next anime review, so here and there, but because I like it, and I do still watch some clips here and there. I do like this one, and in my opinion, when it comes down to School Life kind of had it for me personally, you know, and yeah, that's how I see it. But now, next one. Next one I would say is this is visual or graphics. You know, whichever I hear people say, they could say both ways. So let's say that. Okay, in my opinion, Watamote wins. Okay, hands down. The reason I say Watamote wins visual and graphics is, okay, I would say this. When it comes to character design, like a look, like the graphics itself, I would say a little bit, 1% more School Life. But when it comes to everything as a whole, Watamote, and this is why. School Life did have, impressive graphics, on the zombies and the look of the character, like I said, like the character designs. But I feel like Tomoko also had good character designs. And, I like how they used the filters to express different stuff. While in School Life, they used filters more onto the zombies themselves to make them look cool. While more they try to fit this, use the filters to fit the scene. Like, yo, look, this is how it feels when you're in this certain situation, when you feel this certain race. So that's why I say School Life. Because School Life, and Watamote, that's why I say Watamote did it better, because Watamote had more scenes of that and Watamote used it more. That's why I say Watamote did a little bit better. Not by a long shot, a little bit. Okay, so yeah, music. Watamote is not my type of music. In the beginning, maybe it's your type. The intro song. School Life wins this, obviously. I enjoyed the intro song. Some people say it's really, really annoying, the intro song of School Life. But in my opinion, I found it funny. I like to use it to mess around with my friends. So I have to give it a bit School Life. And plus, I don't know. I just enjoy it, And it's not just the intro song, I'm talking about like everything, not just School Life's intro is better than Watamote. That's why music is better for School Life. No, I'm talking about everything in a whole. Like, yeah, Watamote uses interesting, small good music here and there for its, when Watamote is having her difficulties with her mental illness or moments, let's say. But School Life in a whole does that and more. And that's how I feel, you know what I mean? And intro song, I'm more towards School Life. So, yeah, that does help for them to win this one. And, yeah, music-wise, I'm more on the School Life side. So, that's the one I would say they have a good upping. Now, my final opinion on this is School Life beats Watamote. And the reason is because I feel when I watched School Life, it was more something that reels you in, makes you interested real quick. And yes, Watamote did do that for me too, make me be like, oh, what's going to happen next? Don't get me wrong. But School Life, comparing the whole thing, I think both of them have 12 episodes. Don't get me, don't see that as a fact. I might be wrong. Maybe School Life had 11 episodes. I'm not that sure. But, I don't remember, is a better way. Because, yeah, when it comes to the whole, let's say they both have 12 episodes. Please work with me. During the 12 episodes, Watamote did do somewhat interesting stuff, but School Life proved to be a superior anime. Because from characters to the story, and yeah, it just did it a little bit more. And in my opinion, if we're going to put School Life towards Watamote, I would say School Life is a better anime. Now, that doesn't mean I don't recommend Watamote. Like, if you're interested in that stuff, then I recommend Watamote. I do recommend both shows, both animes, and I do recommend watching both reviews. I reviewed both to get a little bit better opinion. But in my opinion, my final opinion, School Life did do better. You know. So yeah, with that being that, tell me in the comments which one do you prefer and why. Tell me in the comments which characters or main character, like Yuki, Tomoko, do you prefer. Now, with that being that, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and until next time, bye. School Life wins.